Alright then, let's fucking get it. You might be wondering what time I'm recording this. It's a very good question. Um, because usually I record them, in the middle of the day, just kind of chilling before work. It's 1:15 in the morning. Um, I just finished watching the Uruguay and Cape Verde game. Oh my god, what a game. And if you haven't watched it yet, I won't spoil the result, but by the time this video comes out anyway, it'll have happened, so I am going to spoil the result. What a fucking point for Cape Verde. They only need a win against Saudi Arabia, and the way they've been playing genuinely could happen. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for maybe some records of our own here, or maybe some shocks of our own. I will need to actually do some research as to where who is in the group for this one. I'm only doing one match, just between the end of the Uruguay Cape Verde match and the start of the Egypt and New Zealand match, although I will probably end up falling asleep through that one. And then my work schedule kind of doesn't really work with the doubling upload game things, so I might fall behind. I'll try my best. Tomorrow I've got pretty much all day to record, so I'll try and just power through as many as I can. Tuesday is a different story. It's going to be ropes. Wednesday is going to be ropes. Thursday, I should be able to power through the rest, which is good because they need to be uploaded by Friday morning. So it might be a bit of a close call type beat, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, enough talking, enough intro. Let's get into the game that we've got on our screen. Before we do though, settings. 10 minutes, legendary difficulty, competitive mode on, player based difficulty on. Ball is the Adidas Tango Rosario still. We're gonna use the stadium that's just closest. I think it's pretty like close, isn't it? Like this, yeah, Sports Illustrated one. So we'll go with that one. And I believe this game's the latest it can go. I think it's like 2 a.m. for these ones. Or is it a new day? I can't remember if it's a new day. No, it is a new day because we just done the Group A one. So this is a new day for Group E. E's a guess. I have absolutely no idea what group this is. I will have to go and Google it as well. So we'll put it to like daytime. Clear, natural grass, good pitch color. And then once we've seen the teams and everything, I'll actually do a bit of research. I've also had a beer, not like crazy drunk. Oh my god, I've had a lot. I've only had literally one. I wasn't even gonna have it, but I was playing some games earlier, and I still got about half of it left. So I need to do something while I'm drinking that. So if you hear me drinking that, I apologize. Teams for this one. Then we know these teams by now. This is a third group stage match for both of them. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Curaçao are already out and Ivory Coast are already through. But oh no, they're not. Are they? I'll fucking research it. Um, I'll go have a look once we've got a team. So for the Curaçao team is Rafaela in goal, Heimers and Albertus as the fullbacks, Alexander and Martis as the centre backs, Anastasia and Van Roy as the CDMs. Max on the left mid spot, Manuel on the right mid spot, Nigelis at cam and captain, and Rosa Maria at striker. And as well, if you haven't watched, and obviously it'll be old news by now, Curacao got their fucking first point as well. I mean, it was against Ecuador, who were just god awful. Couldn't finish their dinner if they tried. But it was also a very good goalkeeping performance as well from the goalkeeper that I don't think we're actually using in a room. I don't know why he's not being put on. I don't know why Rafaela's being put on instead. But I think it's Eloy Room or something like that. For Ivory Coast, though, that is their team. They've got Fofana in net, Conan and Dewey as the fullbacks, and Dika and Kasunu as the centre back partnership with Ndika holding the armband. Sangare CDM, Kessier centre mid, Fofana centre mid, Turia left mid, Ahmad right mid, and then Bonnie up front. So that is the team that Cote d'Ivoire are playing, and I'm pretty sure they're in a good spot. I can't exactly remember. They nearly did beat Germany in real life, and it was only because of some last minute heroics from Undav that they didn't. Yeah, the World Cup's been pretty fucking good when I've been able to catch it. So those are your teams for part one of the final stage of group question mark, because I think it's E, but I don't remember. I'm actually going to Google it before we go in just so I can get the full shebang arang. It's group E. I knew it. Fucking, you know what? I knew that. I didn't even need to go check. I already knew. definitely had to go check. But yeah, at the Sports Illustrated Stadium, 10-minute half length, legendary difficulty, authentic game type, and a sunny afternoon. It's Curaçao versus Ivory Coast. I'm hoping I've got enough time between this and the Egypt match. I've got 40 minutes till the Egypt match kicks off. Egypt and New Zealand in real life. And we already did predictions of that. If you want to go look back, you can go back. They're all on there. Right, get a pen and paper ready so I can write down the results because I'm going to forget otherwise. So it was Ivory Coast and Ecuador, which I'm pretty sure ended 4-0 Ivory Coast. KCA scored all 4 for some reason.
And we should have a cracking contest here. It's Curaçao facing Côte d'Ivoire.
Well, the atmosphere is building nicely here, and we've got two teams who like to play good football.
Oh, that pen suddenly just doesn't want to work. It's like, you know what, no, not like you want me. Trying to talk over any national anthems, but I'm also not looking at my screen, so. I just realised as I'm going through these, by the way, and that is the Curaçao team appearing on your screen right now. I nearly got the Germany and Ivory Coast one right, because I did say it was going to be 1-0 Ivory Coast. Or the simulation said it. Simulation said it's going to be 1-0 Ivory Coast, and it ended that. They didn't get the 2 German goals after that. I think Ecuador patterned Curaçao, if I remember, in the simulation. Oh my god, did they pattern them? Fuck me. Complete opposite of what happened in real life. I completely forgot about that. It was Ecuador 7, Curaçao 0. So yeah, Curaçao probably out. And Ivory Coast probably are through already. Ivory Coast are on 6 points. So yeah, they're pretty much guaranteed. Curaçao run nil points with a -8 goal difference in simulation. So yeah, probably shut it up. Well, I mean, because this game counts as Chagall, it's not the one I care about. I'm going to give more of a shit about Ecuador and Germany.
The first kick of the ball, and we're away.
Because Ecuador will be above them on goal difference, that's where my attention will be. But that I'm not doing that tonight. I'm only doing one game tonight, so it'll be this one. And because Ivory Coast are already through, Curaçao are already out, like, there's nothing really for me to give a shit about here. So I'm just going to, you know, sit back, relax, enjoy the show just like you guys. I am going to tell you though that Ivory Coast are in the white and Curaçao are in the, not white, they're in the blue. And I suppose I better put a little score prediction because that's the whole point. Score prediction. I think it's going to be an Ivory Coast win. I'll be generous and say 3-0. I won't go absolutely overboard. But Ivory Coast have been cracking this World Cup. Nearly scalped Germany. Did scalp Ecuador at the last minute. I reckon they can put Curaçao to, yeah, put Curaçao away and qualify quite comfortably in the end. 3-0 might be a bit of an over expectation, but I'm still saying it.
Now there might be a chance as they keep it moving.
I also need to put a new dressing on my injury. So that I'll do that before I go to sleep. I think I fucked up the one I put on today though. Yeah, I definitely did. Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, I definitely did. The dress is not nearly long enough. Right, I know that I'm gonna, because the hospital one was definitely a lot longer than what mine was when I put it on myself. That's fine. That's a problem for me to do after this, before the football. before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to bed and put the football on my phone, so I'll probably end up falling asleep to it. It is New Zealand versus Egypt, IRL. I think I backed Egypt in that one. But that prediction feels like such a long time ago. And it was uploaded on bloody... Because it's happening tonight, it was uploaded on the 20th as well at 2 AM. So, fuck knows when I recorded that, probably like the 17th or the 18th. We are getting there though. This is match 55, I think. Math serves me correct. So I do only need to record 17 more matches for the group stage, which I guess is a positive. The negative is trying to find out the time to do those. I think tomorrow I'll try and push through as many as I can. Tuesday I won't have a lot of time. Wednesday I won't have a lot of time. So I may need to fit around, maybe put a little 1 AM slot for some of them as well, like between the World Cup games, just to fit one in. I am going to be cutting it close, I think. But Thursday's my day off, so if I can get it all wrapped up by then, or even on that day, then we're in a good spot.
Switched on and ready to intercept that. Good positioning to
Again, I could always just do it so it's one day before the actual kickoff rather than 2 days, but 2 days gives people more than enough time to see it and check it.
From Kessier.
I really wish I'd opened this beer now, to be honest. Didn't really, well, to be honest, I was going to play a game with my friends, and by the time I got on, everyone was getting off. So I was like, okay, well, I'll open the beer for nothing then.
On to Kessier.
I will finish it. And go to sleep. Anyway, game going on in the fucking background, by the way. There's not been anything to actually commentate yet, though. So that's why I've not been really fully focused. I'm just focused on personal life right now. And also, yeah, it is nearly half 1 AM, so I'm like half asleep. I thought if I could sneak one in, that's one less to do, one less to worry about. And that's my plan, if possible, try and get in the gaps of these World Cups. Like, because tomorrow night, I believe there's going to be games on at 1 AM or whatever. Or it'll start at 11, finish by 1. I'll maybe sneak another one in tomorrow as well. Again, I'm just going to be recording for goodness knows how long. It'll get a little easier, obviously, after the group stages, but because these are double games, I think I'm just going to have to just say to myself, get through these, and we're through the hardest part, right? And it's not that I don't like doing them, because I really, really do. It's just the fact that they've got the last match day with both group games on at the same time, it makes it so fucking hard to get them all done. But believe me, I will, alright? We've come so far. We're over the halfway fucking recording mark now. I'm not going to give up. There's no point in me giving up now. We're over halfway. After this, it's 17 games till the end of the group stage. Granted, I've got recording within like a space of 4 days. Which sounds easy on paper, but when 2 of those days I won't be at home, Ahmad. 2 of those days I won't be at home for most of them. It's going to be a fucking ball ache. Ahmad again. That'll go in. There is Ivory Coast. Could be the start of a long day for Curaçao once again. They did ship 7 to Ecuador after conceding just 1 to Germany. These simulations are a weird one as well, because Ecuador can't score for shit in real life. But it is Ahmad who gets the goal, initially cleared away, but just played back in to the man who was still waiting there. Hadn't quite gone back to the right hand side yet. And he was waiting there centrally, slides it in, and it is, in fact, 1-0 Ivory Coast. A team who are already through, just going to make sure that they're going to top the group. There's no way they can't, because Germany lost, and obviously Ecuador lost. They've beaten everybody. Nobody else can get 3 wins. So in simulation, this is a power position for Ivory Coast. As well, at the time of recording, which of course, like I said, is Monday morning, 22nd of June, half 1 AM, whatever. I have done a fair whack of the spreadsheet. I didn't do it all, but I did start listing all the... I filled in all the match day teams. I just need to fill in all the score lines. And then I'll make up the group tables as well. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it does take a lot of time. Just because you got to, I'm only doing it on my phone. I've got to flip between the spreadsheet and the results page. I tried to do it split screen, but it just doesn't fit on both screens properly. You can't type and see the results, and it's just it's a faff, to be honest. But I'm happy to do the spreadsheet. I don't even know how many people end up looking at the thing, but it'll be on record for me to look at if I ever need to. To be honest, I wish I'd done it by now because it would have been easier to compare results, but it is what it is. I've got limited time to record a lot of games and not really much time to do what else. Especially work as well. I've got a lot more hours next week. So basically, I'm fucked, I think, for recording if I don't get it done, like, tomorrow. And maybe some on Thursday. Basically, my schedule is... I'm in just for the evening tomorrow. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm in for pretty much all day. Thursday, Friday, I'm a days off, which I will probably be spending in front of my TV screen talking about AI players on FIFA again, like I have done for the past 2 weeks. I actually want to get out on one of the days and do something. Probably won't be tomorrow, but I don't know. I do like doing these, but it gets a bit boring, just repetitive. But at the same time, I am having fun doing said repetitiveness. So it's not like I'm not having fun. It's just the games come thick and fast, and the last match day is really where it's going to fuck me, or not. That's what I'm kind of, like, concerned about, to be honest. I feel like this last match day has just put more pressure on me to try and get it done quicker. Which I'm going to try and do, obviously, but it might get to a point, if I'm busy this week, which I am, where it is one day before kick-off that it gets uploaded, but I'm going to try and keep the 2-day thing for as long as I can, because we've done it so far. But by the time this comes out, it should be still continuing. However, after this, I'm not sure. We'll go for it. But yeah, Thursday and Friday are my days off, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm in all day. The problem with Friday being my day off is by the time, ooh, a little voice crack there for the homies. By the time I get to Friday, all these matches should be uploaded by then, or I'm fucked because I'm behind then. Because Friday will be the 26th, and the last game of match day 3 is on the 28th of June at 3 AM. So they should all be ready to upload, or be uploaded by Friday 3 AM. Which means I can't record them on Friday because they've got to be done Friday AM in the morning as it turns to Friday. But because my day off is Friday, I will be doing round of 32s probably that day. If I'm, depending on where I'm at, I might still be behind, fuck knows. What I do know is that we've nearly had a half gone by and I've just been fucking going on and on and on. There's not really been much to commentate. I did talk about Ahmad's goal when it went in. I'm just kind of like thinking out loud. So I may try and go for 6 or 7. Oh no. Tomorrow. I'll probably do 6 during the day. And then 1 in between like the World Cup matches like I'm doing right now.
Making decent progress here.
Manuel, oh please Curaçao, get a leveler. You won't. Oh, they won't, to be fair. They will not. Clearly as far as Albertus though, and they could build it in again if they really wanted. Do they want? I mean, it doesn't really matter to the campaign, but it's just for a bit of history. At least in simulation. I know they've got a point in real life, but that won't probably copy across to this. So what matches are, actually, what matches are on tomorrow? I may not have to watch them if they're shit. Half-time in this, as I'm having a look at what's to come. Wait, Monday the... Yeah, so we've got Argentina, Austria. I'll be at work for that. So that's a non-starter. France versus Iraq. Could be funny watching France just destroy them. That starts at 10 o'clock. I might not be finished work by then. Norway, Senegal starts at 1 AM, and then Jordan, Algeria. I could miss the France Iraq one. And the Norway-Senegal one starts an hour earlier than what the New Zealand-Egypt one would tonight. So that should be slightly earlier, that recorded. Yeah, I can do that. Anyway, to the game that's on the screen, please. Focus. I've had absolutely no focus this one so far. And I think that'll probably continue second half. I'll try and lock in. Performances. 7 point... Oh, yeah, shit. I need to do the match facts first. Sorry, Terry. Just bear with, fam. Take a look at the stats then at the break. 66 to 34 in possession in favour of Curaçao. Yeah, they had a lot of the ball, but as usual, as they have done in many of these World Cup predictions, they have not done much with it. However, it's 2 shots and 1 expected goal to Ivory Coast. I'm surprised they haven't scored, which is a lie because they have scored. Fucking hell, I'm really not here, am I? I might as well just be on a different planet. Man of the match so far for Ivory Coast is Basimana Toure. Ahmad with the goal, 7.4. Not too shabby. He does have a goal to his name as well. Sorry, I am texting somebody back at the same time. I probably shouldn't record this. It's what it is though. Right. Yeah. So 7.3 for Sangare, decent performance. 7.1 for Dewey, pretty average to be honest. 7.1 for Seko Fofana as well. Kessier with a 6.8, Bonnie with a 6.7, Kasuda with a 6.7. Just not great from a lot of the Ivorians, to be honest, especially with the high standards they've set themselves this tournament. I know they're in the lead, but Ecuador put 7 past these, and you're only going to do 1 after you put 4 past Ecuador. This group is all over the gaff, innit? For Curaçao, Riangelo Helmers with a 7.5, he's their man of the match. Alexander at centre-back, 7.4. Martis alongside him, 7.2. Romero Van Rooy, 7.2 as well. Jameson Albertus, 7 right in. And again, the attack of Cape Verde, or of Curaçao, sorry, I was reading Cape Verde in the chat that I'm in. Just because of the result tonight, absolutely mental. For Curaçao, the attack has been poor, as per. Rosa Maria's only had the ball 5 times, he's passed every single time. And nothing for Rafaela yet. The one shot that has been on his target has found the back of the net. So not great, not a great record there either. However, both teams know their fates anyway, so they're not really playing for anything except for fun. However, we're going to go into the second half. No changes, I believe, will be made just now at the break. So let's get in the second half, and let's see if any changes will be made to the scoreline.
And the second half is underway.
Kick-off from Ivory Coast, who do lead by a goal to nil, only by a goal to nil, which is the shocking thing. You'd expect it to be more. Try and focus the second half a bit more rather than talking about my plans for the uploads, which I think are important. Don't get me wrong, I think they're very important. I just need to try and figure it out myself. And I've got all these big ideas, but I need to actually commit to just recording for the next 4 days. And then when we get through that storm of doubling up the games, because match day 3 has to double up the games because we don't want any, you know, I've forgotten the word, conspiracy.
And they might be in, and the attack collapses.
So yeah, they do have to double them up, and I understand why they have to double them up. It just makes my job harder for recording.
Moving it quickly and moving forward. But it
Will there be an equaliser? You just never know. I think we could probably guess, but you just never know. Sangare out wide to Ahmad.
Players waiting in the centre.
Ball in towards Kessier, it's away by Van Rooy. Only as far as Dewey. Now Fofana. Sangare. Ahmad. Bonnie. That'll do it. Yeah, I knew that was a goal before it even went in. It's a very good finish. But I knew it was going in before it went in. And that, as they say, is that. There is a chance that it might not be that, but I don't see how, to be honest. I feel like it's very obviously game, set, match.
Such good timing. What a goal.
Very good finish from Johan Bonny. Turns his man and lashes it top left. And
2-0
Ivory Coast
as
are
we
further
get started
extending the
again.
gap now. And the best thing is I'll have these results written down for when I play tomorrow.
Well read to gain possession. Conan. Fofana. Sangare. Gislan Conan. Right idea, but the radar was out.
Not sure what he was thinking there.
All one, well read. Sangare. Fofana.
I'm really trying to pay attention.
Final pass through. Kessié. That's a good pass. Stopped by some really astute
Away
defending.
by Van Roy. The jealous. Valbertis. It's just hard to lock into a game where we know the fates of both clubs, sorry, nations already. I mean, Curaçao are out because of that
Chance to
7-0
get in
loss to
behind with
Ecuador.
that.
And they're losing 2-0 here.
Really
And they
good
lost
pass.
1-0 to Germany.
And the shot
And Ivory
ball.
Coast beat Ecuador
After
4-0
that challenge, a corner to come.
and then beat
Pressure
Germany
hasn't gone
1-0.
away yet.
So, it is just a game for sport. So I'm just going to commentate when I feel like it. In all seriousness, it's a block there for Dika and a corner for Curaçao. And maybe this will spark something.
And it's a
Probably
short
not, probably
one.
play it short and lose it somehow.
Decent
Jealous into Van
looking
Roy.
attack, this.
Anastasia, yep, and there's the ball loss. I need to stop picking my. I need to try not. Well, I haven't started picking my injury, but I need to not.
Fofana.
It should be fine in a couple of days anyway. It's just for precaution. Sangare to Bonny. Torres in space. He's going to turn his man. And it's not going to be 3-0 off target from Bazumana-Torre or Bazumana-Torre. He might get dragged for it. It's actually Conan coming off a single. As Ivory Coast look to defend their 2-0 lead. I don't think it's in a lot of threat. But I respect the effort. Maybe they're going to rest people for the round of 32. And about how I said I was going to do maybe a round of 32 to what could have happened in the simulation results rather than the real life ones. I'm obviously not going to have time to do that, so maybe after the tournament we'll do a here's what could have happened with the simulation results. Maybe. Just a bit of bants. And just because there'll be more time as well. What I do know is that we are just kind of counting down the minutes here now. We know the result. We knew the result before we even kicked the ball. And we knew the fates of the teams before we even kicked the ball. The interesting one, I don't watch this one if you've watched this far. I would say click off and wait till tomorrow. I say tomorrow. It'll be uploaded at the same time anyway, so yeah, I mean they're doubled up, so you're gonna get double up uploads at the exact same moment as well. Watch the Germany-Ecuador one, because that's the one that actually means something in this group. Ecuador sat on 3 points with a superior goal difference to Germany. So if that ends in draw, then Germany will be in third place. So obviously that's a bit more interesting. Germany dropping to third in simulation, Ecuador finishing second, and Ivory Coast finishing top, which they already have done. Well, they haven't done yet, but they've got 21 minutes before they confirm it. Kasuna's got a knock, and Yan Diamante's just come on as well for Bazumana-Torre. So he did get hooked, just not when I thought he would. And of course Yan Diamante, one of the stars of this World Cup, somehow isn't in the starting team for them though. Hence why he wasn't starting for them at the start of this one.
And out of play it goes for a throw-in.
I've realised, I'm not sure but my injury, where my blister is it's not as bad as where the oil has run down my arm. I think that's the more concerning part. So again, I'm going to put a dressing on it before I go to bed anyway. Fine. before the Egypt game, which kicks off in 15 minutes, so we should be fine. Should be now 10 minutes tops. Ball around the back. Albertus. Alexander, they're great, some would say. I don't know if you would agree. I wouldn't agree either, because he plays for Curaçao and they're out of the group. They've conceded 10. Another team to concede 10. Don't know how many have done it, but you'll see the full group stage tables once the group stage has finished being recorded and uploaded. It should all be there by then. I'm hoping I can get it all there by then. Again, I'm setting myself a lot to do in the time that I don't have, but I will try my damnedest, because I'm loving this. It's quite good to have a little renaissance of the channel, even if it is just for a month and a half. I've also had messages asking if I'm coming back properly, if I'm going to do any career modes, anything like that. I think I addressed it a while back, and I'll address it again now because I don't think Ivory Coast are going to do anything on this attack. Probably not, is the answer. I probably won't do any more after this. I kind of don't miss it, but I kind of do a little bit as well. There's just nothing that's... I don't know, I feel like live streaming career mode isn't great fun, and live streaming rebuilds just doesn't feel like the right thing. Predictions like this makes it a bit easier. If I was doing like tournaments or something, like here's who could win the Premier League or something like that, I don't know, or predicting a... I don't know. I don't really know what I would do. Probably not is the answer. At least not FIFA related. I'll maybe do another game. I don't really enjoy streaming anymore. I think I've addressed this on multiple fronts and multiple areas. Just not my thing. Just not got the time. It's hard enough to make time for this World Cup. I've only had it so easy this week because I had less hours this week. Next week's going to be a ball ache. But then that's when the games start to get less and less and the times get easier. So it's like double-edged sword.
Perfectly anticipated, really well won.
But as much as I'm enjoying doing this, I don't think I want to do it again properly. Nor do I have the time. Especially to commit to a proper, like, career mode series. Anything like that, just nah. I like these little snippet videos because they're only like 45-minute tops type little beats. And if people want to see me, as Ahmad puts it wide, do one match per video as a career mode, then yeah, maybe. But I don't want to do that, to be honest. It's just too many videos. I remember back in the day we did the Bradford City career mode. I just felt like that was an overload. Because I looked at the playlist back there, I look at the playlist now, 417 episodes. Who the fuck's trawling through all that? Just to watch Bradford City win the Champions League when you could watch the last episode. I just feel like there's not enough attention for it on YouTube anymore. And I just don't want to do it, quite frankly. I'll maybe do rebuilds, but even then, people want to see games played rather than simulation menus on the screen for 3 hours. So it's like, it's try to find a happy medium, and I don't have one. I could do one season per video for a rebuild. But again, I just don't want to do that. And then, of course, I could just edit the videos. But I don't have a good software to do it. And I just, again, don't really have the energy or effort to do it. So, for anyone that's asking, am I going to bring anything back? Career modes or anything like that? I wouldn't bet on it. Which I think is probably fair. Do Curaçao have one light attack in them? I have spent about 80% of this game minimum, it might be more, just talking about random shite. And about, I wouldn't even say 20% actually, I'd probably put 90-10. 90 of me talking shite, 10% of me actually, you know, commentating. It could be a third. To wrap it up, Nicolas Pepe is stopped, and it's away by Curaçao. Nigelis gets it to Manuel. Will we get one more attack? Will the ref allow it? Well, he doesn't need to because Curaçao passed it backwards. So Ivory Coast beat every team in the group en route to topping said group. I believe, if memory serves me correct, they are the first team to do that so far in simulation. Memory might serve me incorrect. Brazil might have done it, actually. Memory has served me very wrong there, because Brazil quite literally did it as well. They become a second team to do so. Amad Diallo and Yohan Boni with the goals. And yeah, Ivory Coast can't fall off the top now, so it all comes down to Germany and Ecuador, with Ecuador holding the advantage. For this one though, it was first versus last. It was qualified versus out. It was Ivory Coast versus Curaçao, and a 2-0 win for Ivory Coast. Only 2-0 is surprising, but they probably just relented because they've got round of 32 to think about later on down the line. Taking a look at the stats then, it is 60-40 in favour of Curaçao in terms of possession. That might be one of the highest pass numbers we've seen as well, with 428. 5 shots to 1 in favour of Ivory Coast, and 2.1 expected goals to 0.1 as well. And I always say if one of the players has reached 100 passes, they're going to get dropped for the next game. Curaçao don't have that worry, so... At least, well, do you know what? They might have that worry. If they somehow squeeze through around the 32 in real life, they will have that worry. But in simulation, there is no worries there. Performances, man of the match goes to Yohan Boni. I thought he'd come off the bench, but he was one, actually, in fact, that got subbed off for, fuck knows who. But he got subbed off. He got the goal, though, that sealed the deal. 7.8. For the, I want to say Inter Milan striker, but my ball knowledge, or lack of it, might be showing. Amad with a goal and an assist and a 7.8. Very good performance from the Man United man. That one I know. Kessié, strong performance again, but no goals from him today. Up until now, he was the only scorer for the Ivory Coast in this tournament. Letting us down a little bit, I can't lie. And that's not even a fake stat, by the way. He put 4 past Ivory Coast. Well, he can't put 4 past his own country. He put 4 past Ecuador. And then he put the one that went past Germany en route to winning 1-0 against 7 simulation. So it's a crazy stat up until this game. 7.5 for Sangare, 7.3 for Fofana, 7.2 for Gela Doué, and then the assist from Balsamana Torre earns him a 7.1 before being dragged off for Yan Diamande. Not a lot to do for anyone else. Kasunu getting 7, but also getting a knock. And the substitutes, I think, were just for fresh legs rather than anything serious. They actually subbed on Nicolas Pepe at striker, which is... it's definitely a choice that they have made. Yahya Fofana has faced a similar fate to what every other goalkeeper faces when they're against Curaçao. Absolutely nothing. They had 1 shot, but it was off target. So Yahya Fofana with an easy day of it. Curaçao, by the way, I might be wrong on this again. They're the only team to go out without scoring a goal in simulation. When they scored a goal in real life, so they're 1 step ahead, and they've got a point in real life. So, a bit more of a good run from Curaçao in real life than in game. For the Curaçaoans that will bow out, at least in simulation, Mariaro Alexander, man of the match with 7.7 for them. Helmers, 69 passes from left back. That might be criminal offence, actually. He gets a 7.5. Van Rooij was 7.4. Albertus with a 7.2 and Martis with a 7. Everyone else just kind of shit. Although Anastasia, 65 passes, not too shabby. However, just nothing in the attack as it has been for the past 3 games, and nothing to really trouble Côte d'Ivoire, which, as you have seen, nothing's troubled them this whole group. They've gone through with 9 points. Tyrone Rafaela had to just face the 2 shots and let them both in. Granted, couldn't really do much to stop either of them. The first one was slotted in by Amad as it went across goal. Rafaela couldn't get to it because he is not Spider-Man. And the other one was, look at that, quite literally postage stamp by Yohan Boni, and Rafaela couldn't get to that because he's not Superman. So he's not Spider-Man or Superman, so he's not saving either of those shots. A good goalkeeper doesn't save those shots, so I'm not expecting Tyrone Rafaela of Curaçao to do it. So with the game out of the way, that means nothing. Up next, well, I say up next, you might just pick between. If you pick this one, what are you doing? The other game is the one with all the stakes. They'll be uploaded at the same time, so after this I'm going to be recording Ecuador and Germany. They'll be uploaded at the same time because obviously in real life it's double match days. So for uploads it'll be double match days. Unfortunately, I can't record them both at the same time on 2 different screens. So we will know the result of one before we know the result of the other. I can't do much about that. I don't know what you want me to do. But obviously in real life they won't know the results of the other until the end of the game, unless fans obviously in the crowd are going to be watching it. So I've done what I can do. What I do know is that's going to wrap it up because we're moments away from Egypt and New Zealand kicking off and I want to go watch it. But this was just a little one to put in the middle. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Take care and peace. Oh yeah, enjoy the World Cup.